Okay. In terms of the gold, yes, gold will be a safe haven. So whenever the equity market crashes, they need something else to back on. That's where like in gold will be coming into the picture. But at this current juncture, I'm not going to be worried about the gold. I'm more worried about what is going to be happening in the US bond yields and what they are going to be doing in the upcoming months, because this is not going to be a good news. You cannot have equity markets rallying and then the bond markets also like in heading up higher and higher. This is all going to be getting into somewhere wherein we will be seeing a big problem one day or the other. So you do not know when. Get ready for that moment wherein you will see this happening. And last 2 3 days, or you can consider like in a last 1 month or so, 2 months or so, the VIX has been hovering around the 10 to 11 odd levels. In the last 2 days, if you'd have been seeing the VIX chart, this is your VIX chart. I'll just show you. VIX has started to spike from almost 10 or 10, 10.5 odd levels, 10.6. You can see that in the last 2 3 days, the VIX has for the first time started to spike higher. This normally an indication that the sellers are coming on board. The sellers are coming on board. Only question mark is the current series is about to expire, and then we are going to be getting into the next series. Whether the bears will be able to take significant positions in the next series, that is something which we needed to be keenly watching. So where to look for that particular data, I'll just show you that. So under the all menu, we will be seeing into the EOD OA analyzer. So what is the EOD OA analyzer suggesting for the day? So if you have been looking at the Bank Nifty in the last 1 week or so, they have been continuously doing the long unwinding in the current series. But if you look at the cumulative of next series and the following series, it is the shorts who have been building up. The first sign of shorts getting into the system for the not only for the current series, for the next and the following series. So this we needed to see a real strong short covering happening. But the way the dollar index and the rupee is depreciating, it's not going to be a good news for the bank stocks and the bank financial instruments and so on. That's the reason you're seeing a strong short buildup happening in the bank nifty. On the other hand, what is happening with the nifty? Only a long unwinding was continuously been on the cards after the thorough long build-up and a short covering. Maybe it might be due to the current series. But what we wanted to see is cumulative. If you look at the cumulative data, they have been building up shorts in the next series and the following series. Now you would be slowly starting to understand why the VIX is spiking up. In the current series, though they are building up the they are unwinding the positions. In the next and the following series, they have started to build up the short build up. And yesterday was the first time you would have seen a significant recovery happening from the day's low. It went to a low of 19,540, came to a high of 19,740, and then closing near to the day's low, which is a very good sign. If you ask me honestly, the way these guys have closed yesterday is a very good sign that the Nifty is trying to bottom out and then trying to come out of its moves. But the problem is not only with the Nifty, right? We needed the support from the global markets. If the global markets are going to be headed somewhere else, we cannot be moving somewhere else. Okay, so we needed to align somewhere, and that is the concern which we have it with the markets. That is the concern with which we needed to have it with the markets. Now, let us go quickly. Time is around 8:45. We needed to look at the other data points as well, and then we will move on. This is your chart on yesterday. This is for Bank Nifty. What a perfect day for the two candle theory. It fell, gave you an opportunity, but unfortunately, the RSI was extremely oversold. Whenever you see this RSI getting into oversold territory, please be careful. Don't try to, because many try to enter and then keep complaining, Shiva, I lost money. When you know that the RSI is extremely oversold, please be careful. Don't try to enter when the RSI is below 20 mark and then keep complaining yourself that it has not been able to. The only thing is, after the significant pass, yesterday, if you'd have seen the Dow futures, it was continuously moving upwards during our market session. Though in the night they closed in red, but during our session they were at around 80 or 90 points and then continued to move towards 160, 170 odd points. That's the reason we were also started to see a rally and a recovery happening. And moreover, nowadays, with so many fake breakouts and fake falls and other things, you are getting to see all these moves wherein a sudden 100, 200 points in a candle and then a fall. Again, this is a crucial move which happened in the second half, somewhere around 132. Again, the RSI went into overbought territory. Whenever there was a little bit of support and other things, again they went, but it was a flat closure on the Bank Nifty from the high, whatever that would have made. They should have been literally taking it higher and higher, which they didn't do it. Coming into the Bank Nifty, yes, this guy is like and played very well yesterday compared to Bank Nifty. If I would have been looking at any index for me to take a trade, this is the guy. So many who have been asking me, Shiva, is this a golden crossover? Guys, you know what is a golden crossover, which I taught in the mentoring program. This is not a golden crossover. This is just a crossover. Why? Only the super trend is piercing the VWAP. If both WMA and the super trend piercing together, then we would have considered as a golden crossover. But one good thing is, since it has happened with volume, always remember whenever a golden crossover is crossover is happening with the volume, and if you're getting a full bodied green candle or a red candle, you can definitely expect some follow up to be happening. You can expect definitely some follow up to be happening, and that's exactly the market was also rewarding yesterday. And if you look at it, the market almost rallied from this particular level of 19,590 odd levels to 19,700. So this is on the Nifty. On the Bank Nifty, if you have been seeing, was there any movement of like a big crossover happening? No, this is not a crossover because it is not happening with the volume we wanted it. So yesterday it was more of a Nifty play more than the Bank Nifty. Okay, and if you look at the data as well, there was no big move which was happening with the volume. I was also looking at the next month series. Only the short buildup was holding up. There was no long buildup which was beating that volume. Now, what is that which we wanted to see for the option strikes and then how the trending OI data was playing out yesterday? The trending OI data on the Bank Nifty was continuously bearish and then like in bullish for some time again started to be bearish. This is not what the bulls would have expected heading into the expiry. Heading into the expiry, they would have wanted a serious short covering happening, a big fall in open interest on the call side, a big increase of open interest on the side, which didn't happen. Okay, which didn't happen. Which correspondingly saying to me, Shiva, as they head into the expiry, they have unwinded the positions on both the call and the put side. So in that note, what I wanted to see is how they are faring for the next series. If at least for the current series, considering its expiry, if they would have been making a bullish move on the next expiry, I would have been so happy. But even in the next expiry, they are not adding any significant positions, and like in currently it shows around 14 or lakhs on both the sides, which is also telling to me they are clueless on what they wanted to do it. They are clueless on what they wanted to do it. And if you go and look at the IV levels, yesterday being Wednesday, one day before the expiry, normally you will see the IV erosion or the premium erosion happening. And clearly, you can look at the IVs on both the call and the put. Sorry, this is on Tuesday data. I'll just get you this. One second. Okay. So it is almost 15 and 15 based on the learning in the mentoring program. When you see the IV levels around 15 and 15 or 14 and 14 or 20 and 20, you will normally see the premium erosion happening on both the sides. And that's exactly been happening yesterday. They went higher, went lower, and did everything. But at the end of the day, if you have not been what to say getting into a weekends of being a seller, the straddle player, you would have made money on both the sides. Around at the money, 75 rupees on the call side, around 15 to 20 rupees on the put side. So they have literally played out on both the sides, but making sure that Shiva, at the end of the day, we wanted to make money on both the sides, and we would end up making around 90 rupees. If you'd have sold it in the morning or the previous day, you would have got this money home. Now, for getting into the expiry, if I wanted to take this market higher and higher, have I returned sufficiently? No, not much positions created. Should I take the markets lower? Have I taken positions? No. So this market seems to be in an area wherein we needed to see significant open interest buildup happening today for us to get a change where exactly they wanted to take this market. To be precise, in terms of the premiums, I see the call premiums are little higher compared to the put premium, but heading into the expiry with at the money at around 100, 130 odd levels as a premium, which is very, very low. Okay, so we might see some premium erosion happening at the morning itself, and then the writers will not have much of say except they needed to move the market much significantly, either on the upside or on the downside, for them to write the premiums today. Otherwise, buyers will have plenty of opportunities if it is going to be a choppy market because there won't be any premium moves as such. Guys, there was no golden crossover, I would say. The reason this is not a golden crossover is that piercing the VWAP. No, these two are traveling separately. Don't even look at that. Okay. Now getting into this. These are the strikes which I am going to be looking at. So what did, like I say, what was the homework given to all of you? I told you, look at where at the money strike is and then take a data analysis, right? Look at where the spot closed. Spot exactly closed at 44,600. Now we will go look at that particular strike and then we will see one or two strikes above and below. So based on this data, what is that which you are going to be doing it? You guys have learned it the other day. I want you to do an analysis and tell me. So many have told me, Shiva, like it looks more like in a short build-up. Yes, it looks more like in a short build-up. If you'd have been seeing the price, 311, 342, 208, 136, it has been continuously and steadily falling. And OI also, 719. One day there was a minor short covering, plus then went to 18 lakhs. Now it is 22 lakhs yesterday. But if you look at closely on 44,600, I'll just show you 44,600. That particular strike. Can you see what has happened here? Intraday, it went to a low of 46. And then from there, it started to climb. It went all the way to 214. And then it went and closed somewhere around 136. But if you look at it, there was a big recovery happening from the day's low, almost 4x kind of a recovery. And if you look at the OI, from 44 lakhs, it came and closed somewhere around 27. What I would have been happy is when the OI is significantly closing lower and lower, we don't want it to be only an OI going lower. We also wanted the price to be closing it at the day's high. Imagine if the price closing it at the day's high, the bulls would have had a complete control. The bulls would have had a complete control. Why? It is purely short covering. But when the price also has been falling, given up almost 54% from the day's high, which is clearly suggesting, Shiva, people who would have bought it at the lower level, they all would have been happy to see the short covering happening, and then they started to book their profits. And most importantly, they also started to unwind the position. Now, this will also make little bit of an happiness for the sellers. The reason the sellers would have been happy is they would be thinking they didn't close it at the day's high somewhere around 240 or 250 when the OI is going down. That means as and when it went higher and higher, the buyers started to book their profits. On the other hand, imagine here, the price went to 489. Okay, in the morning there was a short covering happening and 489. From 489, the price started to fall, and then here, can you see this? The OI started to move up gradually from almost 14 lakh, it went to 32 or 33 lakhs, and then towards the day end, it again came to 17 odd lakhs. This is where the sellers are not having sufficient confidence. Imagine the price has moved from 500 to 100 or whatever levels. They should have been holding on to this position, right? They should have kept on taking the positions home, and they could have easily made this 100 to 0. But unfortunately, they don't have the confidence. Both on the call, both on the put side, nobody is having enough confidence because everybody is looking at the data. You do not know when is going to be that moment of surprise. There is going to be a black swan event wherein the US markets can tank 5-10% in a single day, and our market follows suit. And what I see is here, both the sides, they have started to unwind the position, heading into the expiry, thinking how the expiry is going to be, and I will try to take an intraday position. Most of them are going to be playing for an intraday, especially some of the like what to say, medium to small players. Yes, large players would have already made their decisions, what they wanted to do and how they wanted to take this market forward. But it is going to be the players who are going to be determining is how they create add-on positions for the day. Okay, with the way the Nikkei and the Hang Seng markets are talking, it is going to be a tough one for the bulls to take it higher, considering the way the crude and the dollar index has been doing it. We might see some kind of a play wherein Nifty is showing you a different path. I'll just show you the Nifty analysis as well. If you look at the Nifty closed around 19,727. Even if you look at the data, yesterday Bank Nifty closed in red, Nifty closed in green. So the reason for the green is purely the reliance. In the last day it rallied, and then Infi, and then TCS. Can you see this? Who are the guys who are supporting it? The ones who are going to be getting benefited with the rupee getting depreciated. Those are the guys who are playing it smart here. Now, on that note, if you look at the Nifty data, the 19,700 odd mark, they have built up the long position. From the low of 13, it has rallied to 53. That means it is almost near to the day's high rather than near to the day's low. It has given you 4x returns from the day's low, and OI is also good. And at the same time, the shorts have been adding more position and it is closing near to the day's low here. So from 67, the OI data almost got you 57%. The fall has been more than 52%. So interesting thing is, though the Bank Nifty wanted to fall, Nifty wanted to move up based on the positions created. But what can happen today? Imagine if the Bank Nifty is going to be having a severe fall, then some of the fall will be getting arrested by IT and the Reliance in case if they start to rally. But the interesting observation, usually any market which rallies a lot, say for example in a series, normally you will see that particular stock is going and closing it at the day side. If a same stock has been continuously falling in a particular series, we normally get to see them fall as well. So what I'm going to be looking at is, I'm going to be looking at the biggest one, which is the Reliance, how Reliance has fared for this particular series. So this is on a daily chart, which I'm going to be showing you. So the series started somewhere around, okay, here. You can look at it. When it was on the series side, it started from 2,400 odd levels, went all the way to 2,500 odd levels, and then started to falter. 2,334, somewhere around the territory. And then yesterday was the first day, there was a minor short covering, you can say, whatever it is, because it has fallen so much, and some of the shorts would have said we have almost enjoyed 150 rupees. Now we will try to cover our position. Today, this guy will be the game changer for the Nifty in case if he decides to do something. Other than the Nifty, the two other guys whom I'm really betting for the bulls is going to be on TCS and Infosys, because banking stock, if it is going to be really having a trouble, then these are the guys who needed to give you a move. Okay, so overall, with that being said, so what is my view now? On banking, what is my view? On Nifty, what is my view? Based on the data, whatever that we have seen on the expiry day analysis. So if I'm getting a big gap up, okay, the market has already opened. So if I'm getting a big gap up, will I try to take a long trade on the Bank Nifty? Obviously, no. Considering the way the market has been behaving, I wouldn't. Instead, I will look for a shorting opportunity. On the other hand, if there is a big gap down, considering the way the market has moved yesterday, we might see one round of support somewhere around the VWAP. If it is getting broken, the next round of support will be somewhere around this territory wherein yesterday's low was made, and then from there the market started to move higher again in the second half. So we might see some kind of support coming in at somewhere around 44,350. If these two levels are not getting hold, just watch for the day's low. And this day's low, if it is getting broken, we might see a serious pain happening in the Bank Nifty today. On the other hand, on the Nifty, expect some support to be coming in somewhere around 19,650, because that is your VWAP for yesterday, and we will use that VWAP till 10:30 till today we get the volumes. Okay, so as of yesterday, This is the VWAP, but till today, around 10:30, we will use this VWAP as our average position because that is where the big money would be playing it. So Nifty, I'm expecting it to be sideways to positive. Bank Nifty, I'm expecting it to be a bearish one. Okay. This is purely based on whatever that we have seen so far. Things can change because even in Bank Nifty, nobody is like in a sure what they wanted to do it. You haven't seen any significant positions carried forward home. And today might be the day we might get some clues what they wanted to do it and how they wanted to do it for the expiry. So, how many of you now, based on the analysis which I told you to be done, it's matching with my analysis on the mentoring participants? This is for the mentoring participants. Okay, great. Yeah, good to see at least 80% of the crowd almost getting it there. Wow, that's amazing. Great, great, great. Guys, the remaining 20%, please go through the recordings again and again. And one more thing is, I've shared you all the documents which I wanted you guys to go through it. I hope all of you are making use of the what we have done is we have also provided you that, right? In the mentoring session, go to the view PDF document page and then go to like in day 9 and day 8. We have uploaded all the content. Sorry, not this one. So if you look at the day 7 and day 8, this has not been done. I think it has been shared in the folder, I believe, correct? Okay. I'll ask them to upload it here as well and go through this material. Okay. So go through this material that has been shared for every day because we have given you all the examples and everything with whatever the things which we needed to check, all the gap theory and then opportunities of the support trade, the super trend trade, whatever that we have discussed on that particular day, everything has been provided in this document. So we will also be uploading the documents for 7, 8, and 9 as and when it happens. Please, please, please go through it. Take some time out because we have taken so much of pain to provide you all this content. It is up to you to now make use of them. Clear? Okay. So, guys, that is the documents which we have shared it only for the mentoring participants. So, it's not for the commentary. So, the mentoring has been happening for the last 9 days and they have been learning a lot of strategies and setups and everything. So, that is part of it. So, part of that exercise was the homework given to them yesterday, how the expiry day analysis needed to be done, which is available in OI Pulse, and they would have done that. Okay, so today's analysis, yes, that will also be shared with all of you in the mentoring. Don't worry. Okay, now let's see like in where exactly the market is closing for, like in the pre-market closing is happening, and then we will try to analyze which side we needed to be on in terms of the data and where exactly we would be taking a trade. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. So Nifty is almost opening up in the green with 60, 70 points. That's a good sign. So based on the analysis, whatever that we did, Nifty was expected to be higher. But what is the scenario with the Bank Nifty? Is it going to be the same one? That is where the problem is. Guys, please understand there are plenty of queries coming on the chat. I may not be able to respond to all of you because there are way too many queries and I may not be able to concentrate. But for the mentoring participants, we will have a Q&A session next week. Don't worry. So the role of the gift nifty, like when the US markets and others are trading, you needed something for our markets to also go and match with them, right? That's the reason the gift nifty come into the picture, similar to SGX nifty. But it is going to be traded with minor volume, so don't expect whatever that is happening in the gift nifty is going to exactly replicate here. Sometimes we will see 100-point gap up there, but we might see only 40-50 point because the money that is getting deployed there is not the actual money that is getting going to be deployed here. Okay, so it is all projection based on what they are expecting to see the markets moving higher or lower. Now, okay, I think markets have settled after 9.6, 9.7. The Bank Nifty is opening almost 100 points, exactly to be precise. Yesterday it closed somewhere around 44,600 odd levels. It is opening 44,700. And Nifty, it is opening at 19,761. So in this scenario, 44,700, that means it is going to be opening somewhere around here. The spot is going to be here. And then the future is maybe plus or minus 10 points. You might get some kind of a resistance happening near to the day's high. So let's see 44,700, how quickly they are going to be doing it. In case, if it is going towards that 44,700 mark, my aim is to go for 45,000 put. The reason why I'm looking for a put in the morning, okay, especially on the Bank Nifty, considering the way the market has been behaving, the way the Dow and the global markets are behaving, there might be some selling pressure might be coming on Bank Nifty, not on the Nifty. As I told you, Nifty, the problem with Nifty is you have different index heavyweights who can contribute to take the market higher. So there might be a tug of war today. You might see one index trying to go lower, one index trying to go higher. So which is going to catch up with whom? That is going to be the answer. That is going to be the answer. Time is 9:09. We will see which are the index stocks which are moved. We are clicking on the pre-market open. So if you look at it, the data is suggesting, Shiva, there are advances of 122, declines of 40, and then unchanged is around 25. So the guys who are leading it today are MCX, Mandhan, Oberoi, and so on. The realty and the infra are the ones which is leading, along with the private banks as well. Wow, interesting. So the ones which are falling, HAL, as I said, Tech Mahindra. Oh, wow, Tech Mahindra is on that side. Of the Nifty 50, we don't see any major names which is like Reliance or Infi or the TCS guys in this. Yeah, Reliance is here. So Reliance is giving some kind of an support for this market and it is breaking the previous day high, which is a good sign. On the other hand, Tech Mahindra, usually the IT, you would be seeing them rallying on the upside. But unfortunately, Tech Mahindra might have some news and it is on the other side of the wicket. In terms of the Bank Nifty, all of them are in green except the Kotak. Kotak is having some kind of an issue, maybe. Okay, it has fallen only 0.17, so I wouldn't be giving too much of importance to that. HDFC Bank almost rallying 0.5%, so that is going to be leading the rally for the Bank Nifty stocks. Okay, so here you will be able to see the sectors, whatever that is there, the Nifty, reality, and everything, who's going to be leading and how much is the point that they have been doing it so far. Now, the pre-market is done. And let me quickly check if there are any morning trade opportunities. If it is going to be on the call side, then I'm literally going to be. Okay, so it suggests me a put only. On the morning trade, it is suggesting me a put only. Got it. Got it. Now, as I told you, looking at the data and other things, I'm planning to go one round on the put side. That is going to be my opening trade. I might try to take a risk, probably around 5 to 10% of the overall capital that I'm going to be deploying. That is the way I needed to play for this particular trade. So I told you the reasons why I wanted to go for the put trade in the morning. Pure logical reason is I don't see much of things happening. And I will just revisit it as and when it is happening. Okay. The one major reason is the way the global markets are. Okay, the global markets, especially the way the crude and then these factors are playing out. I'm just hoping that there is going to be some kind of a pressure coming in on the Bank Nifty more than the Nifty. Yes, Nifty might get support, but the Bank Nifty is the one which I'm expecting some weak links to be there. But again, remember, this is all expiry day moves. Anything is possible. So all who have been asking like in how we analyze the morning and then like and looking at the data and everything, right? This is what we do, and then take trading position according to that. There's a morning trade. Usually we don't look at the candles because we are taking the trades based on the previous day data.
Nitty.
2 more minutes for the data to step in and then the markets to start to work in your favor or against you. So we'll get to see that. So I'm playing a safe bet. Guys, always remember when you're playing in the morning, don't try to go for the OTM strikes. Go for deep in the money or in the money strikes. If you look at this particular strike, the one which I'm selecting 44, sorry, 45,000. Do you see the delta here? It's almost 0.67. Okay, heading into the expiry around 0.67, 0.7, and quickly if there is going to be a premium erosion happening around 100, 120 odd points, this one will quickly move towards 0.8 and so on, and that is where I needed to focus on. Most importantly, the reason why I'm going for this strike is we have seen significant OI move happening here, and these guys will definitely try to do one round of in defense. That's the reason I'm just trying to go for it, nothing else. Guys, as I keep repeating it again, please do not try to mimic or copy my trades because my risk appetite and my risk-taking abilities would be totally different from yours, and I don't recommend you all to do that. You needed to plan your risk-taking ability based on the capital which you possess. So please try to do not copy others. Okay, 1 more minute to go. Okay, so there is a big move happening, and you can clearly see from the high, it is immediately starting to falter. I'm just looking for it to move higher and higher if possible. We might get one opportunity there. It's getting very volatile, guys, as you see. Always remember when you are trying to take a morning trade, once it is above your buy price, try to trail it because sometimes it can give you a large move on the upside and then a large move on the downside. Both sides is possible. I'm just waiting for it to cross the 385, 390 mark for me to give a trailing there. Let's see whether it's going to be happening or whether it is going to be like in triggering on and moving it higher and higher. No, this is just getting into crazy. They're just playing, not even giving you any major moves apart from like in a 5-10 rupee move there, right? So already we have placed the stop loss somewhere around 314, and I will be happy to see that like, and if it is going towards a territory closer to that, we might try to average the positions. Absolutely nothing, no move at all in the index. And let's quickly look at the Nifty. Absolutely nothing there as well. Just a second. It is just playing between the 370 to 380 mark. It is not even going below that 350 mark, or it is not going above the 390 to 395. So either side, these guys are just playing it in a tempo now. I think the template has been formed and they are just maintaining that particular area. Guys, they're just maintaining within that 5 to 10 rupee mark. Absolutely nothing there. Guys, I don't think candle shape would be changing. Let me just see. No, it is the same. It won't. It is one of those days wherein whatever that you do, the market won't be doing anything, right? It is kind of that day. Absolutely pin drop silence, which has been happening here. Can they cross the 390 mark for us to give a trail? No. They just wanted to play around in the territory. I think no one is willing to go and put forward and say, I'm going to be taking this higher, I'm going to be taking this lower. No, no one is doing anything. And interesting with the Nifty as well, nothing has been happening there. So sometimes when you take an opening trade and if the index is not moving anywhere, you have no other choice other than to wait it out. And then if there is a profit or loss, try to book your like in a profit or loss and get out of the trade. Because this is ideally area wherein the writers are selling, like I'm telling you, Shiva, we are not going to give you any easy money today. This is more like premiums getting melted and then keeping it at a particular level, not doing anything, nothing away for you. Absolutely nothing away. So normally you would see one candle coming up and then a follow up on the downside or another follow up on the upside, triggering your stop losses and then keep heading higher and higher. All those things would be happening. But today, there seems to be nothing. Okay, can we place the stop loss now? Yes. 390 is being crossed. So 386. We will now try to trail this one. 397, 398. We will keep a 5-point difference and then keep on moving it closer and closer and closer. It's almost with only 450 quantities, we got around 20K on this particular trade. So now that the opening trade is done and dusted. So whatever the capital which you had, if you'd have deployed even a small capital and then made the trade, it would have given you the result. This is how I formed the morning view, how we needed to take the opening trade, and then play according to that. I think whatever the things which you guys have been learning, you guys have learned everything, and then you are also seeing that it is happening, right? Are you all good now? So is the analysis the way we wanted to develop whatever the things which we discussed the other day? Everything is opening and giving you that? Great to see that. Great to see that. Now, so our morning analysis has played. What is this now? What do you see between this? I just showed you what we learned in the day 6 on the gap theory. What is the gap theory? When you see a gap getting formed between two candles on the 3-minute time frame, normally we will get to see that gap getting filled. It is almost on the verge of getting filled. What is the low on this candle? It is 44,626. What is high on this one? Now 44,626. Is the gap got filled? Did they give you an opportunity for you to make money? And at the same time, they are also showing you, Shiva, this is how we fill the gap. And now, if you have been stuck onto the trade, do you think you will be able to make money? We entered 378, went up to 420. Now it is back at the 370 odd mark again. But as a scalper, you needed to be ready to accept both the profit and loss. And once it is giving you in a favor, make it count and then move on. Okay? Make it count and then move on. So the gap got filled. Again, they are trying to play. So normally any gap which is getting formed between 950, 930, 945, immediate attempt would be to fill the gap unless and until the market moves with the volume. In case if the market is moving with the volume, then those gaps will stay there for some time. And similar to the way we saw a couple of days back, right? How the gap filling came to haunt and then like can fill the gaps, they will do all those magics. But usually any 3 minute gap which is getting formed with the low volume, they will try to come and fill it up pretty quick. Now, let's go and have a look at the OI data and then we will get some clues. This is your morning futures now. It is getting into a short build-up mode, short covering mode, but not with the great ones. And now 44,600. You're getting to see a long build-up and you're getting to see a short build-up, but no major activity. I would say 29 lakhs, 26 lakhs. It's too early. Now, with the IV levels were 15 and 15 yesterday, can you see what is happening? The IV levels is around 10 and 16. Okay. There is not much of an IV. And this is going to be very difficult for the sellers now because they will not have much of premiums to play. More importantly, 80 points up, you're not seeing much premium move on the upside. You're only hardly losing around 20-30% on the downside. So this is going to be a day wherein you are going to have a choppy day, and at the same time, it will take some time for us to get the real trending move. Maybe we needed to wait till 9:45, 10 for us to get the move. But overall, initial signs, though this market is wanting to go up, where exactly they are adding more position? They are adding more positions on the call side compared to the put side. Wow. As we analyze, Bank Nifty is going to be weaker. Nifty is also showing you the weakness. Wow, this is now news. Nifty also starting to show that they are adding more positions on the downside. Guys, this is going to be interesting. Whether the Nifty is going to also tank. If you look at the Nifty constituents, Reliance is leading, HDFC, Infi is in the green, TCS in the green. Almost all of them are in green. HDFC, just forget this. But overall, still it is showing you 35-point uptick. You'll see whether they are going to be able to sustain that and then take it higher, or the way the trending OA's data is showing up, whether they are going to be dragging it. This is getting interesting now. 256 to 129. And we will look at the 44,600. This is initial minutes. The OI on both the call and the put is increasing, which is a sign that this market is not yet ready. Okay, so the positions are slowly starting to build. And we'll also check the open and high strategy, which we will be learning next week. So open and high on both the call and the put has been hit by 920 itself. So there is not going to be much with the open and high for the day. So I'll just not give you too much of importance to that. So the premium is something which we needed to see now, since it's Thursday morning, expiry day. The put side premiums are higher compared to the call side premium. In this scenario, then what it can happen? It can happen wherein the market will try to move higher so that they will be erode the premiums on the put side. Then they might have a different things to say. So watch out for this as well. The expiry day analysis is done. The future, this is done. Now we will wait for further confirmation. As long as the market is going to be like in behaving like this, they are just going to be playing around in a small territory after the big move, I would sincerely say wait for it. Okay, so one thing which is there is open and low matching. If you look at the open and low on the opening candle, which is 44,509, and the low is also exactly precisely that, sometimes the operators have a role wherein they will say, guys, our like in some of our trade also got initiated here. We will go test that particular level. So during intraday, if there is an opportunity, if the global markets are falling, you might see this low is getting tested, which is 44,509. That is close to 100 odd points from the current level. That's very much a possibility. The one which we traded, it is still trading at that 400 odd mark. And if you now go and look at the delta values, 45,000, the delta is 0.73. It was around 0.6 or 0.65, right? Now it is around 0.73. So every 1 rupee move, we'll get 75 paise, close to that. But if you look at it, here, we don't have much of delta even for 44,400. The reason is, it is all trading in a discount. That's the reason it is all having a delta of 1, but that means it is trading in the intrinsic value. Okay. Reshma, check your internet. I'm currently showing you the option chain page. I hope others are able to hear my voice and then see my screen perfectly. Guys, normally on expiry day, we don't give too much of importance to IV values. We give too much of importance to the premiums tab, because this is going to tell you whether the particular strike is in a premium or in a discount. So if you see it clearly, though the market wanted to tag option side, already it is trading in a discount. That means people are saying, Shiva, like, and I'm ready to cover my positions even in discount. On the other side, people are willing to buy a put at a premium because they are expecting the market to move lower and lower. And I think the market is showing you that now. The first sign, it is trying to fall. Whatever the gap up which was there, based on the morning analysis, it is starting to fall. But someone who would have taken a morning trade, please stay away until and unless you see a real big opportunity coming in. Why? Normally, why I ask the newbies and others to stay away from the morning traders, these are very risky trades because you have done the analysis based on the previous day data and also the global market data, and it can sometimes give you a reward. Or what if someone comes with the large money, take this market higher? But as of now, yes, positionally it looks a little weak, but anything is possible on expiry day. And if you have made money, please stay light until you get the next clue, which is when the move is happening with the volumes. And what is happening with the VIX today? What is happening with the VIX now? The market is starting to fall. The VIX is starting to jump. What is the clue? Is it bullish or bearish? Good, good, good. It is getting into the bearish mode, right? Now it is almost at 470, 480 odd levels. Wow, what a quick move. All they need is just 1, 2 candles. Imagine if these same candles can also go all the way up here and then do the reversal as well. In that scenario, what would have happened? Your premium, which was trading at 370, it would have gone to 200, 230. From there, it could have gone to 470. That is how the morning trade moves will be. If you are not prepared for it, it is going to be very difficult for you to make money in this market. So please understand, morning trades are the most risky trades. Unless and until you are not experienced, please, please, please do not even try it. So this move will be to go here and then try to move it higher so that the premiums can melt. So please be careful. Guys, remember, as I told you, the premiums on the put side is pretty high compared to the call side. So which is going to be putting some pressure to eat away this premium. Okay, so they might do all those magic, and then you will see suddenly your positions getting stuck, and you will be buying somewhere around 470, and it can quickly go towards 300 or 250, and then you will be getting stuck for the whole day. Because the put premiums are pretty high. So I think many people have joined now. So how many of you have been attending this session for the first time, guys? Wow, that's a lot of crowd. Okay, great. I hope you guys will have got benefited with the morning views, whatever that has been shared, why we wanted to be bearish on the Bank Nifty once it opens a gap up. Guys, if you are not, we will be uploading the recording in our YouTube channel. Please go through that. Okay, great. Guys, now keep a close tab on the trending OI data. This is going to be giving you the clue. What is the clue? Already you're getting it. You're getting it slowly, the gap is widening. Do you see this? 49 lakhs was the difference between the call and the put OI. Now it has gone to 68, 183 to 114. This is clearly suggesting that slowly they are adding more and more positions on the call side compared to the put side. This is on the bank nifty. And what is happening with the nifty? It's a similar story now. 3.79 to 1.67. This is more than almost 50% gap. This is huge. I was expecting Bank Nifty to be weaker, but these guys are saying, Shiva, you are wrong. We will be showing you how the Nifty can also be more weaker because they are making a day's low with a day low break in the OI as well. This is going to be getting big and big. If this is going to be getting big, we might see a big downfall happening. Okay, so those who are like and thinking whether it is a golden crossover, no, this is not a golden crossover, guys, because it has gone up. It should be coming down, right? When the market is moving, this is like not a golden crossover. $183 to $114. Wow. Now, when you see the morning candles are not playing with much volume, what you can expect is sudden move of 2-3 candles with like this kind of a move, wherein it can give you 200-300 point move, and then it completely traps you. So please be careful. These are going to be like very dangerous market for us to trade. And you would have seen the market, even without the volume, these guys have been moving it. But the VIX, if it is crossing the 12 mark, and if it is going towards 12, 12.5, then there might be some fun happening in terms of the people who wanted to see a fall. Okay, in case if for some reason if the VIX starting to like in go into like in lower territory, 11.5, 11, and so on, we might see a significant reversal happening as well. The market can rally a lot. Okay, so watch out for both those scenarios today. Guys, this is too early for us to analyze the trending OI data and everything. I normally wait till 10, 10:30 for me to get a perfect trend, and then we will move from there. But these are initial signs, which is slowly telling you, Shiva, we are adding the positions on both the sides. Okay, then let them add it. Let them add it. But somewhere down the line, we needed to see which side the sellers are going to be covering the position. As a buyer, I would be more interested where the sellers are going to be covering the position, and that is the area wherein I needed to go and attack. But if the sellers are showing me, Shiva, like in though we are covering the position on the put side, but if the premiums are higher there, then I needed to wait. There is no sense for me to go and take a trade when the premiums are going to be pretty crazy. Why? Because one move is enough for them to adjust this premium. That's exactly they will try to do it. Guys, always remember when a particular side is in a discount on expiry day, there is not much for the sellers to do it on that particular direction unless and until they make the market move it with the volume. Okay, let them keep moving. Let them keep moving. So are they going for the day's low? Looks like it. So they might just try to attempt the day's low. We will see whether they are going to be taking a support here. And then I told you the VWAP, right? This is your yesterday's closing VWAP, somewhere around 44,460 odd levels. If they are breaking this with the volume, then you might see a big move happening on the downside. The next support going to be 44,350 odd levels. Till the time, you might see a big fall happening on the downside as well. It's open and low, not open and high, guys. Okay, keep a close tab on the global markets as well. Currently, the Dow is around like 10 points. Nikkei is falling pretty hard. And there has not been further damage after the 2% fall over there and 1% fall in the Hang Seng markets. The European markets will open in somewhere around 1231. We will see that. This is purely because of this, nothing else. Whatever that we are seeing as a weakness after the morning moves, it's purely based on that. So whatever the gap up which we had or the up move which we had, everything is getting sold off and the market is slowly but steadily gone into the negative on the Nifty. The Bank Nifty is also going to be following suit. Soon you will be seeing the Bank Nifty also getting into the negative territory. Yes, it is almost there. Done. The day open and low is also getting hit. And you can clearly see they are playing for this level, 44,500. And are they going to be breaking that particular level with volume? Looks like it. Looks like it. And this is your final territory. I'll just show you a line here. So if these guys are going to be dragging it below that 44,460 with the volume, the time is around 9:40. I don't want that to be done by this time. I wanted it to be done by 9:50, 10 o'clock, so that there can be a two candle theory and we can play that game perfectly. Yes, the dollar index is at 106. That's right. What is happening with the VIX now? Are you able to see the correlation? How the Nifty fall is happening? And then the VIX is starting to jump, jump, jump. It is heading towards a 12.08, 12.07. This is going to be getting ugly now. This is as we are heading into the expiry. They are just showing you how ugly I can get and become. Okay, so the market trying to hold that level, the 44,490 and then the 44,460. So these two levels are going to be critical now. And once these two levels are given up, we might see some sudden spurts happening on the downside as well. On the Nifty, as I told you, you can watch out for the level 19,650 odd levels, which will be the levels to watch out. Already it has started to fall from 19,750 to 19,650 odd levels. Another 10 or 15 more points. And if they're not getting any major support over there, we might see some fall happening there as well. Again, remember, all these moves are happening without the volume. Any move which is happening without the volume, you can always expect a counter move to be happening pretty fast. So please be careful. Are they holding that level perfectly? Trying to write? Another 1 minute left for this candle. And they're saying, we are not in a hurry to give it up. We are bulls and we don't want to give up so early in the day. Okay. So now, this is your VWAP, this is your WMA, this is your super trend. If WMA and the super trend, both pierces the VWAP at the same time with the volume in the following candle, then what do we call it as? That we call it as?
Golden crossover.
This is for the mentoring participants. Golden crossover. That's right. You guys are right. You guys are getting it. And what is happening here? This is your VWAP, super trend, and your WMA. Both piercing together. That will be called as a golden crossover. We'll be keenly looking for that. If the golden crossover occurs, we might get a good move. And what is happening with the PSR now? Where is the PSR is getting formed? Can you see this? Two black dots? It's getting formed pretty far off, right? When it is pretty far off, what you can expect? We can expect a good fall to be happening. Now, after the move, they're just trying to play around with the premiums now. So guys, this is day wherein you will see the moves and you will see a counter move, everything playing. If you're trying to hold your positions for too long in this market, there is every possibility you might lose and big. That is the kind of market which you're going to be seeing because they have done the open and low. They will just try to play around for some time because they don't have any reasons for them to quickly move unless and until they are starting to create more positions. And now, look at the premiums here. Premiums are still crazy. Premiums are still crazy. Wow. Trending OI. 227 to 118. Are you able to see the difference now? From 49 lakh, it has gone and they're making a day low. And the most important thing is it's getting more and more bearish. Bank Nifty, wow. Nifty is 458, 175. This is crazy. Guys, they are setting the trend in the morning itself. This is what they wanted to do. It. Let's also quickly look at the options premium for the Nifty as well. The only question, Marcus, since these guys are all trading in like in big premium, please be careful. That's the only question mark here. Okay, Bank Nifty is resuming its fall again. Guys, always remember, though the market is going down, and if the premiums are higher on that particular direction, and that being an expiry day, we might see the market moving, and that all of a sudden, if there is a reversal, even for 50 or 100 points, you will see 200 points given up in your premium because the longs would be unwinding their positions, and you will see a big problem happening. That's the reason tracking the options premium tab on expiry day is very important. And I can proudly say OI Pulse is the only one which provides you the live information here with you can track it here. Okay, so currently you see a big premiums on the put side, which is not going to be a good news. If you're a put buyer, please be careful. Don't leave an open position. Try to trail it in this kind of an environment. High IVs on expiry days are double-edged sword. Once it is giving you a move, you will get a large move. And on the other side, if it is reversing, you will see the premium erosion happening pretty fast. Now, what did they do? They broke your first level of support. Now they are heading towards your second level, which is your VWAP of yesterday. Can you see this? Why I told you the VWAP of yesterday will be important till 10 o'clock? This is the reason. 10, 10:30. Till the time they put in the volumes, they will try to go test those levels, see whether we have sufficient move happening below that level. If not, they can do that. If this level is also getting breached with volume, you might see the next support coming somewhere around 44,350 odd levels. Now, let's also quickly look at the OA analysis data. So can you see this difference now? Why I said 44,500, 600? Where exactly they're adding more positions now? The price has moved from 90 odd levels from 130 to 200. Here, from 22 lakhs, it has gone to 52 lakhs. Here, from 14 to 31. Where exactly they're adding more position as the price is falling lower and lower. It is on the call side compared to the put side. Put side, it is increasing. Call side, it is falling. But is it convincing? No, I would love to see it is falling more than 50% here, considering the OI has already been meeting our parameters. We needed to see that happening for it to make another round of a big fall. Are they holding our levels pretty well? Both the morning support and then the VWAP support which we were discussing? Good? Great. Come on, guys, make it fast. We wanted the call premiums to be higher, put premiums to be lower, so that based on the data, we can go continuously on the other side. And what is happening with the VIX? As the Nifty is keep on falling more and more, the VIX is shooting more and more on the upside. That means clearly not only on the current series, these guys are building up some positions on the next series as well. How do we know that? Just go and look at the data. Current series, they are giving you a long unwinding. Just look at next month. Are you able to see that? A big fall with the OI increase, which is what as an every seller would be looking to. With a small OI change in the downside, increasing it, you are getting to see a bigger fall. Whatever the move which happened, 35 points uptick, with 16 lakh change in OI yesterday, they are just able to bring it down with 3 lakh. That means clearly there is a huge demand to take this market lower at this current juncture. This is getting huge now. The Bank Nifty, it is on the long unwinding in the current month. Next month, they are building up the short positions for the last 1 month or so. Especially in the last 15 days, they have been adding more and more positions. Will it be an exciting series? As absolutely. Whether they're going to be closing it at the day's low and then series low, that is something which I'm going to be keenly watching for. What are they doing this move for? Why is this particular candles is getting into the green now? pure play to bring down the premiums which is there on the put side. Please be aware. Please be aware. Now the Dow is almost getting into the double digits. Earlier it was almost 60 points in the green at around 7 o'clock. Now it went to flat territory. Now it is almost in the double digits in the negative. 25 points. It's a live tick, guys. Those who have wanted this particular table that you wanted to add it in the trading view, you can search for option scalping V2. Our indicator is totally available for free. Okay, is this a gap? No, because there is a wick there, so don't consider that as a gap. Okay, clear. Great. So for some reason, if it is heading towards a higher territory, that is the area wherein I would want it to venture out one more time. I'm just going to be using every opportunity on the upside to enter into this trade. Look at that. Look at that candle. This is the candle. They just went to 530, 540 odd levels, quickly moving in. And I'm just adding more positions here. Can they keep moving it? 455. We added it at around 440, 440 odd levels. We will try to trail it now. Trail. Once we enter quickly, we needed to trail. What did I do? Why did I enter on that particular one? It almost went into near to the super trend and the VWAP area. We looked at that as an opportunity. But I think the slippages were more on that one. Anyway, that's fine. Can it move another one? Guys, the Dow is now literally falling off the cliff. Almost 36 odd points. 36 odd points. Can they keep moving it? Almost giving up the entire move there. It's a premium erosion move. All this you can expect it. Now if you see it, what is happening? Premium from 170 on the call side has come down to 150 and the call premiums are going higher now. The discounts are coming back. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Now, by this time, many would have bought a put and then got trapped. I'll show you how. If you are not looking at this data, this is your 44,800. I'll show you for 44,800 and 900. Look at this. It went to a high of 377. Imagine you thought that it is going to be a breakout and then like a breakdown and then you're trying to buy it. 377 and it went all the way on this candle to 260. Do you think you will be able to have 100, 120 point as your stop loss? Absolutely no, especially if you are trading in the morning. And what is happening with the IV now? Both the sides, the IVs are falling. Both the sides, the IVs are falling. So please be careful. That means the buyers on both the sides are exiting their position. Guys, this is available on the option chart. We are looking at it on a 3 minute. You can also look at it on a 1 minute to know where exactly it is trying to take a support. It went to 377. Where exactly it is trying to take a support here? It is taking the support at, why I'm looking at in the money strike, so that it will show you where exactly it has a possibility of taking a support. It is perfectly taking a support at the VWAP. The red line which you see is the VWAP, the put chart which you are witnessing. It is what it is. I hope all these factors are like in helping you all to do the analysis. How many of you feel that, yes, Shiva, like and it has worked out the way you wanted it? Is the session is helpful, guys? Those who have joined for today for the first time, I hope the session is helpful. Though you may not have some clue on what we are talking about since we have been discussing on several parameters, but I hope it gives some added value to all of you. Okay, great. Now, VIX is at 12.14. Dow is at almost 40 points. And every parameter is now starting to show that, Shiva, this is not going to be a tough, like an easy market to trade. Now look at the data. Is the discounts are coming up? Yes, this is exactly what we wanted it. On the trending OI, 5.87 to 1.6. This is on Nifty. Nifty is completely gone bonkers. Bank Nifty is following that suit. So all the futures and everything is getting a support now, right? So our levels are working perfectly for the day at this current juncture. All we need is further move on either side. The way the VIX is showing me, this is not going to be a good news. This is not going to be a good news for a bull. If you are a bull, you are getting to witness what they were planning to do. Can they keep moving? Let's see. I think we might see one or two more candles because they see the premiums on the put side is a little higher. They needed to like and shake those guys. Whoever has bought the put, they needed to shake them out. That's exactly the plan which will be going on now. Can they do it further? I'm just going to be showing you the individual strikes from 45,000. So where exactly they are adding more positions as a seller on the call side. You can clearly see 66 to 75 now. Here, they're not adding much. 44,900, 33 to 43, there is not much. 44,800, 54 to 63, there is not much. 44,700, 24 to 18, it has reduced. On the other hand, 59 to 72. So every parameter in the book is suggesting me, Shiva, these guys are definitely wanting to add more and more positions on the call side. They are adding more and more positions on the call side. Every move, they are adding it. 44,600, same story. 35 to 56, 34 lakhs, not much here. Now the question mark is whether they are going to be making another move or they are going to be following the. This is a move which is purely for the VIX and the Dow. Dow is almost getting into the territory. So I'm adding some positions based on the Dow now. Taking a risk with whatever the profits which we have made and whatever the morning profits and other things, I'm going to be taking a risk. Can they keep moving it? Any move on the upside? I'll try to add some positions there. No, they just wanted to move it from here itself. Come on, keep moving. I would have loved to see this getting to the particular VWAP level, but unfortunately it is not the case. 400. So whatever the positions which we have taken, I'm just trying to trail it now. Don't say that the positions which was taken at around 380 odd levels, it got triggered. This is not going to be an easy market wherein they're just going to be giving you 5-10 rupees and then taking it away, 5-10 rupees and taking it away. The only reason I needed to scalp now is because the premiums are higher. Okay, so there is a possibility suddenly the premiums can melt and it can melt 100-200 rupees also because already it has given you a big drop in the premiums, right? So please be careful. As long as the premiums on the put side is going to be higher, especially on expiry day when the trend is also downside, I needed to play safe. I needed to play safe. And look at this, from 377, it came all the way to 260 odd levels, and it has a possibility to go to 240 and then come back as well. But the good news here is they are adding more and more positions here. I would have loved to see another candle heading towards this territory. Will they be able to do it? Yes, all the three indicators are above. So based on our learning on two candle theory and everything, all the indicators are above. Only parameter which is missing is what? Which is the missing parameter in this whole game? The RSI is in the no trade zone. The OA is going lower, which is a good sign. But volumes and RSI is not working out the way we wanted it to be. And moreover, the volumes have started to dip. This is something which is not going to be a good news. In the morning, they needed to create more volumes, get that move happening, get the move with the volumes on the downside. That would be really be tempting us to go and take a trade on that particular direction. Can they break the morning VWAP and then move it lower and lower? Nifty is almost 40 points down. Bank Nifty is still holding up. I was expecting Bank Nifty to fall at least 200, 300 points when the Nifty is around 40 points down. But for some strange reason, these guys are acting it very differently today. But it's good because overall texture as completely is in the favor. Now, people who think that OI is not going to give you the leading indicator, tell me honestly, where exactly it is they are adding the position, and if you're looking at this data, where exactly you would be positioned as a buyer and a seller? If this is not a leading indicator, I don't know what else to say. Guys, OI, if you are able to track it and analyze it perfectly, it will give you a perfect clue where exactly the market wanted to move. So when they are adding more and more positions on the call side, especially on an expiry date, they're clearly like in writers are focusing on writing whatever the calls which is available, and they're trying to track the premiums on the call side, unless and until you have some other plans. When I will be able to know the weakness of the sellers, when they start to change the direction, when the OI on the call side is reducing and put side OI is increasing, that is when you will see a directional change happening. Till that time, we needed to be watchful. That's the reason we track the OI data through the day. Okay, here its difference is around 1.17. But if you look at the Bank Nifty and sorry, compared to the Nifty, look at that. 6.53 to almost 1.96. They are adding a significant quantity. 16, 320, 450. Wow, that's massive for an expiry date. Yes, OI is more than 4 crore. True, that's true. Okay, are they giving up the significant levels today? Is the Nifty and the Bank Nifty both are going to be giving up that significant levels? We will watch. We will watch. Guys, yes, if you're going to be looking at the data in the NSE website and other websites which provides 3-minute delayed or 5-minute delayed, naturally you will feel that the data is lagging. But what we have done is we have bought directly from NSE and we are giving you the live data with the 1 minute. So naturally we will be getting the data much faster to compare to any other portals. That's the reason, nothing else. So why the put premiums are higher? First and foremost, the put premiums are higher because there are buyers who are ready to buy that premium at any given, like they are saying like, Shiva, we are happy. We know that there is going to be a fall. And if the index is going to be falling 200, 300 points, we don't mind paying this 100, 150 premium at this juncture. But as a trader, imagine if there is going to be a counter move which is going to be happening on the upside. Then automatically, since it is an higher IV, once the buyers are going to be like in exiting their position, you will see the premium fall crashing big time. That's the reason today I would sincerely wait for at least volume confirmation to happen, because even the RSI is not moving, volume is not moving. When you have so many elements against you, please be careful. Don't try to play based on one or two elements like the Dow, because the Dow can be easily be manipulated. The guys who are playing in the Dow, similarly, the other day they did that. Okay, so our stop loss got triggered big time. because they played it with the Dow and we were playing based on the Dow data, and they played it big time on that particular day. I would love to see the market moving higher, getting this premium eroded so that the buyers exit the position, and then we will be happy. This is exactly the move. Can they keep moving it like this? I think 360 to 460, it is the level, right? We are just entering into the trade again. Every move on the upside, I'm just going to be looking to add more positions up to this level. Because the data is slowly getting to me in the bullish tinge. Now, all I needed is some more move. You can clearly see the premiums are not moving anywhere. The call premiums are around 30% down, and then the put premiums are not even anywhere. 44,600. The one which we have taken is 44,800. Let's see whether there is a short covering. Long unwinding is starting to happen. 44,800 or 44,900? 44,900. Both long unwinding. That means the people have now started to give up their positions. Wow, that's good. That's good. Because that is the weekends which is exiting it, and I'm going to be using that as an opportunity for me to enter into the quantity. I would love to add more positions once it goes to 44,580 to 600 odd levels. That's the area. Nifty has gone into the green. Sorry, Bank Nifty has gone into the green, and Nifty is in the verge of doing that. Wow, 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 wow. Now, you tell me, what is happening with the premiums? Look at 44,900. Look at the chart. Can you see this? Wow, it's absolutely melting it from 460 to 350 odd levels. Now the IV is coming in higher. This is exactly the area I want it to be. Why? Some of the weekends would be exiting their position, and I wanted to use that as opportunity to enter. So I'm trying to risk the profits. It's absolutely fine. This is the area wherein I needed to take a risk, and that's the area where I wanted to be as well. So can they move? Sure, what will be the scenario in case if the market continues to move higher? So what is the next thing which I will watch is, I will watch for the volumes. If it is continuing to move higher, break the super trend and then moves higher with volume, then it will be a difficult one. Already the PSR is forming below, so I needed to be little careful. Not going to be playing aggressive because it is all not happening with the volumes what we wanted it, right? Guys, more than the Bank Nifty has been giving you some clues here what they wanted to do it. Today, unless and until there is a serious, like in a global positive news, we might see some kind of a selling pressure emanating. So now HDFC is the one which is moving the bank index, heading it towards that super trend territory, the area wherein I wanted to average my position. I'm quickly giving up that level. So the entire down move has been completely negated now. So in this market, unless and until you are a scalper, you will be getting trapped on both the sides. So I'm just having the stop loss at around 290, right? I'm just going to be revising it to 240 odd levels. So this would be the stop loss for this trade. So I'm just giving you another 40 to 50 point move on the upside in case if they are going to be doing that. They might clear this 44,600, right? So that will be your days I getting cleared. Then probably our stop loss will also get hit, and then we needed to look for the change in direction. Till the time, there is a possibility we might get to see every rise getting sold and so on. One good advantage is when you're doing the morning scalp, whatever the morning profits which is coming in, you can use it for the next trade. So imagine if you're taking a trade without the morning profit, by this time we would be sitting in a deep loss. Now they are breaking out. Now they are breaking out. Look at that. Nifty and Bank Nifty both are breaking out, and it is almost getting towards that day's high. This is now crazy move. It's like, and this is the area wherein I will try to do a quick scalp, see whether there is a rejection happening. If not, we can get quick exit. Guys, watch out for the 50K volume. This one is almost at 40K. If we are getting two consecutive bars of more than 50K, it is almost getting into my stop loss territory. And if this candle is closing and then we are getting another green bar, then I think we would be done. Looks like they are just heading towards the territory. Is it going to be a trap for people like us? Looks like it. I'm going to be keeping it at 249 because it is already above the level wherein I wanted to take a risk, because it is trying to break above the day's high and then moving it higher. Now, what is going to be crucial here is how the data is getting played out. Imagine there would be writers who have been writing all these calls and others, right? I wanted to know what they are planning to do. It went to 123, went to 188, came back to 130. Now it is at 238. This is definitely going to be a nightmare, not only for the buyers, nightmare for the sellers as well, because by this time they would have created more positions here. And looking at the way the market is moving, they would have literally started to panic. They would have literally started to panic. Is it going to be a move above the 270 and 260, or it is going to be falling again? This is 44,900. One advantage for me is still they have not added much positions. Okay, here 44 lakhs, they are just adding with 6 lakhs and 7 lakhs. So that is the only advantage with which I'm playing for. They might be just triggering the weekend stop losses and everything. And you can clearly see from almost 50, 60 lakh, it is again back at that flat territory. This is just a nightmare. This is just a nightmare for both buyers and sellers. This is exactly what they are planning to do. They just wanted to eat away the premiums. Now, if you go and look at the premium tab, still it is higher, 142 to 96. Come on, when you guys are going to be bringing it down? By this time, I should have seen the premiums melting faster. Is there a follow-up for that candle? Another 50 more seconds. And if these guys don't have a follow-up with the volume, and if the market is going to be falling here, there is a possibility we might get at least somewhere around near to that VWAP territory. We might get an exit. It's just playing around in the territory. I think what they are trying to do is they are still saying, guys, those who bought the put, you guys better exit now. Because still the premiums are higher. We are going to be taking it higher. As long as the premiums on the put side is higher, that is clearly suggesting the put buyers are still saying, I think what you guys have been doing is, I know, but I will hold my position. I will hold my position. That's exactly the message being given by them. Okay, that candle got closed, and then this candle is going to be the most crucial one, whether they are going to be going up or whether they are going to be falling big. Very crucial candle now. Now, considering it has already moved from almost 260 odd levels, I'm just going to be, keeping my revised stop loss somewhere around 260 odd levels. So let's not lose anything more, because if they're going to be reversing again, there is a possibility they will go all the way up to 44,750 and then take the next move. It can be a trap. It's an expiry day in play. Get ready. Guys, the key thing which to track at this juncture, trending OI data. Has it changed completely? Yes. Can you see this? This is what I don't want to see. That means this is going to be getting into writer's paradise. Writers are going to be managing both the call and the put side positions. So in case, if it is going to be giving me like in a nightmare based on the data, I needed to reduce my positions. Okay, rather than holding the entire quantity, I'll start to reduce it. Why I'm reducing it? Imagine if it is going to be a writer's paradise, how will I be able to identify? You will see more or less a similar OI getting into the picture. You will get similar OI getting into the picture, and that is exactly happening now. Can you see that? By the time we even do this, the market is again doing a complete reversal. All it took is just one candle for them to move it. Okay, so I will revise this to 270. One. And if it is moving, then we have no other choice. I think market is now starting to play for, I think it would have triggered our stop loss. No. Guys, what they are now playing is the OI is giving you a clue. Shiva, they are getting into writer's paradise. When you see both the sides, the OI is going to be more or less the same, 248, 205. From almost 159, they've increased, 276, it has fallen. So some writers are covering the position. Big time writers are coming back and adding more positions here. They are adding more positions here. I think they have triggered it. It's okay. Now we will look for the next opportunity. Is the crossover is coming in? Trending OI crossover? They are more or less like in coming towards the territory. Let's see. Let's wait for some more time. And what is happening with the Nifty now? 5.7 to 271. They've added 1 crore here. They've reduced almost 70, 80 lakhs here. Big directional change. Can you see this? Almost big directional change, which is happening here. Guys, this market is ready to trap the people on both the sides now. Guys, the reason why I'm ready to take that 50K risk is already I made around 1%. So out of that 1%, I'm ready to make a lose like in a 50K. That's absolutely fine. So if you look at it, on the other hand, we have made around 1 lakh. So out of it, if I'm losing my partial profits, it's absolutely fine. But please always understand, don't try to put all eggs in one basket. Try to take a small risk. Try to take a small risk. But don't, once it is going above your territory, and once you see the data is also not in your favor, try to exit and wait for it. Now, what is the clue which I needed it? I needed to see the trending OI completely shifting. And more importantly, I needed this guy to keep moving higher with volume. What is happening with the VIX now? From almost 12, 12.2 was the high, and then from started to fall. So please be careful. Today is an expiry. They will play a dirty game. They can do whatever that they wanted it. Bank Nifty went to almost 50 points in the negative, now to 150 points in the positive. Nifty, on the other hand, went to almost 40, 50 points in the negative. Now it is back again at 15, 16 points in the green. Now the next move is going to be taking some more time. We needed to wait it out. Yes, guys, I operate out of like a multiple screens so that you'll be able to keep on going. But the one which I'm going to be showing you the live trade is going to be on the screen. Yes. Guys, watch out. Can you see this? This is the area the consolidation is happening. Even yesterday, they were not able to move it beyond this level. So we needed to play it at this level and then take it up. Guys, the other trade is also on the put side. There is nothing much which I am doing it on the call side at this juncture. The call side trade will come in once we see a trending OI crossover happening with the volume. This is something which we thought it in the other day. So we are just waiting for the trending OI crossover to happen. So it is now starting to make that flying bird formation. Once that flying bird is done, then we might see the crossover happening. Watch out the data. Data is going to tell you everything what we needed to do. On the other hand, watch out for the Dow. Dow is also recovering, and you can clearly see the VIX is also starting to falter. Everything is now starting to make some noise. In the meantime, we will go for a break because everybody wanted to have a breakfast and everything. So people have been asking me. So we will try to go for the break. Just give me some time. We will see how it plays out. And on the other hand, I'm just going to be going for 44,400 in case if I wanted to go for the call. I'll be looking at this because it is already trading in a discount here. Guys, it is the one and the same strategy which we will be following. Like, and what are the strategies which I'm sharing in the mentoring? This is the same one. We don't do anything else. So what is the significance of choosing a strike which is trading in a discount? Because if it is already trading in a discount, the writers do not have an advantage. As a buyer, we have an advantage. That's the reason. And looks like they just wanted to bring it down further. So we are choosing 44,400 or 44,500, which is all 44,500 is trading with a 70 rupee premium, 44,400 with a 6 rupee discount. 253 to 223. All I want is one move lower and then one move higher here. That's it. The game will be getting changed completely. There is not much of an open and high on the Nifty, no. $742, $747. No. Can we get to see the expiry day candle all of a sudden? A quick one. Guys, this is like in a no man's island. This I call normally an avatar candle. Why? It is just hanging out of thin air. You do not know whether it is going to go towards the higher end or to the lower territory where the support is available. So when it is an avatar candle, please be careful. It's like an hanging mountain out of thin air, right? I think they're just doing the consolidation a bit, 257 to 223. Can they reduce it by another 40, 50 lakhs and add 50 lakhs here? Then that will be the real game changer. The game changer moment which will be appearing it for us. $260 to $231. They are adding more both on the both sides. We wanted to see a reduction happening. Okay, why on expiry day alone there is a big move happening? Is there a rationale? Because that is where the big money can be made because the premiums will be lesser and the premiums can move pretty smart based on the intrinsic value. And that's the reason you would see a big move happening, especially on expiry days more than the other days. And that's where, like, all the big money will be coming into the picture and then trying to enter into the trades.
Tops. Topping.
Looks like that candle is coming up with the. Can you see what's happening here? This is now happening with the volume. This is now happening with the volume. Great, great, great. Almost we are getting the confirmation now. Slowly but steadily, it is getting into that wing. I'm just going to be adding few positions. The first candle which is coming up with volumes. Guys, why I'm adding with the volume candle is, if you just go and look at the data now, slowly but steadily, you will see that day high is getting broken. You will see it in the next 1 minute or so. Once the data is updated, this is going to be getting changed. Okay, this is going to be getting changed. Once you see that, already we know that this particular side the premiums are in discount, and this side the premiums are little hefty, and that is a heavy possibility that can give you a move. That can get you a move. Now 44,500. The one which we were tracking, you can see this, the OI is 47 to almost 39. The OI is starting to jump here. And now 44,600. Wow, wow. OI is starting to falter. OI is starting to build more. 44,400. 340, 340. Can it keep on moving it? It is moving towards a lower territory. Yes, it is. Okay, this is the area. I'm just adding some positions because it is giving you a quick move on the upside and also on the downside, heading towards the support territory. Can they go towards the support? Guys, I'm just looking for the support. This is crazy. They are literally shooting your stop losses on both the sides. It hit our stop losses. Guys, I'm just playing for one round of a support trade for a 100-point move. This is just getting into the support territory. I think today is the day wherein you will see the stop losses getting triggered on both the sides in a pretty quick manner. We just squared off some positions there. Can they make it a quick move? This is just for the support trade at here, because when that went to the volume, I'm just looking for one round of support. If it is not coming back, again I needed to look for an exit. I think today is the day when they're just making the system's mockery. Look at that. It went, and trending OI was almost given up that level. Look at that. It came to the crossover. Now they are doing a different game altogether. Guys, this is just brutal. This is absolutely just getting brutal. They are now literally trying to say, Shiva, we are going to be trapping both the sides. Days like this is where you do whatever the things you want. You can't do much. I'll just place my final stop loss at 175, and if it is getting hit, it is getting hit. That's it. And if they are just needing to take a support, this is the area. And you needed to be real quick in terms of like an exiting the positions as well. What a quick turnaround, right? From almost 1 to flat territory, again to 2.5 to 1.5. This is getting into real crazy moves now. Guys, if you're not sure about handling the volatility, please stay away from this market. This is not easy market for all of you. I'm telling you, this is crazy market, crazy shit which is happening. Newbies, please stay away. This is not the market for you. This is absolutely not the market for you. This is only the experienced folks can handle the volatility. And if you guys are not even, please away. This is, you needed to be into a hardcore scalping if you really know what's the game which is happening. Guys, when you know that this is the game that is being played, you guys better be prepared for it. And most importantly, never play without a stop loss in this market. This is absolutely crazy moves which is happening. Never play without the stop loss here. You guys are witnessing some amazing day wherein the market is just literally going to be triggering your stop losses on both the sides. If that is be the case, please be prepared for it. Guys, market has become more like a gambling now. Tell me honestly, when you see and back with all the data, and in spite of that, if the market gives you all these kind of a crazy move, then we will not be able to do anything other than to just go with the flow, book profit or loss, get away, and then move on to the next one. I think the best thing is keeping the stop losses closer and closer, because this is now getting into crazy moves. Because again, all your index indicators are, everything is above, and they have done completely a brutal shift. The one reason here is it went higher with the volume crossover, every bit of a parameter getting fulfilled, and almost you got this trending OI. Now again the gap is getting widened. Preparing yourself for that kind of a move is very important, and if it is not giving you the result, accept it and then move on to the next one. I don't know how many of the sellers' stop losses would have got hit on both the sides. Still, this is crazy. So, though this data is showing you a different picture altogether, the internal volatility, what you would have witnessed, I'll show you on the chart here. This is what it is. It went from 170 to 340, doubled, and then back to 170 in 2 candles. Here, 113 to 25, back again to 60 odd levels, again to 40. So keeping a 15-point gap. If at all there need to be some kind of a bounce, it has to happen in the next 2-3 candles. You might see that bounce happening, and then the market can move higher. Good news is the Dow has recovered. Still the VIX is still above the 12 odd mark. Get ready. Okay, so people who are wondering why we are trying to take a rejection, like as we are seeing a rejection, why we wanted to take a trade. I was just looking at the trending OI data and the way the Dow is recovering. That was the intuition for me to go and take with the trade. Because when you see that the the Dow, trending OI is continuously falling and they're adding more and more, it was almost 2.3 and then 2.3 here. Then they have now started to bridge the gap again. That is what the problem is. I think our stop loss God would have triggered. Okay, with that, we'll go for the break. We'll wait for the market to give us the next move, and then we will come back and join. So that in the meantime, we can have our lunch breaks, because we are not seeing any moves happening here. We needed to see a quick 2-candle theory happening either on the upside or on the downside for us to get into the next trade. Till that time, we'll take a break. That will give some room and some time for us to recoup and see what are the other things which is happening in the market. If you look at the Nifty is just playing around near to the VWAP territory. There is not much there. Bank Nifty, it has given you intraday volatility, and playing around within this territory, either going above here or going below here, will give you a large move on both the sides. Please be prepared for that. Okay, guys. On that note, let's take the break. And people who have been asking me for the codes, this is the code for OI Pulse and One Click. Use these promo codes for the annual plan. Go annual, and guys, please have heavy breakfast, because we will not be having. lunch break.
Recording stopped.